Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to take a quick look at two popular stock. One is super loved. The other one seems to be very hated. The first company we're going to take a quick look at is C Limited. The second one we're going to take a quick look at is Skillz. Both of these stocks are in my portfolio and it's been a pretty red week, right? But portfolio still holding up. Remember, I am long-term investment, so sometimes volatility that comes with the market, so I'm used to it. No major changes to my account, but today I wanted to take a quick look at these two stocks and just do a quick update. If this is your first time here, guys, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and down on the pinned comment, if you want 10 free stock picks, there'll be a link for you right there. So let's get started. So C Limited, right? I mean, this is a tier 1 stock in my portfolio. I believe this is my number 3 position. Depending on how it does and depending how my number 2 position does, they kind of switch off. That's why sometimes I don't know if it's my number 2 or my number 3, but it's definitely one of my top 3 companies. This is pretty much the three-headed dragon, right? They do e-commerce, they do gaming, and they do fintech. Many people like C Limited for their e-commerce platform. It's weird for me. I like it more for its gaming market, right? This is the market that provides so much money for it, and the market that allows it to use that money that it makes from gaming to expand its other markets and the other sectors, right? So super excited about the gaming market. For those not familiar, C Limited just released a new version of their Free Fire game. Free Fire game has been their number 1 game on numerous countries all over the world, and they released an upgraded version. Let me say, this upgraded version is not a new game. It's just mainly that has better animation, better graphics, and you're still able to kind of cross-play with the older version, but some people might have a stronger phone, they might have a stronger mobile tablet or something that is able to run higher performance games. So for those type of customers or for those type of gamers, they created Free Fire Max, which has better graphics. So overall, it's doing well, and we're going to take a quick look at the charts, but let's see what else is affecting C. So on September 29th of 2021, C's price target from analysts was upgraded to $388 from $335. Like I mentioned, today, Friday, when market closed, C Limited closed at $320. At the end of this episode, I will also share what are my thoughts on current prices. We can see C Limited right now from its 52-week high closing, the stock is down about 9.6%. Not quite a correction right now. It definitely saw some better opportunities, and right now with the market all volatile, I believe the prices can have the chances to keep going down. Some more price targets, right? We can see another analyst upgraded their price target to $430 from $350, and we have another one that started an upgrade price target of $400. So analysts seem to be a bit excited about C Limited. Sometimes it doesn't get me too excited when numerous analysts start coming out at once and start upgrading the price. I believe it kind of creates too much bullish sentiment, and I think there's always the perfect balance of bullish and bearish, but when you see so many analysts come out, it kind of shows that, hey, this is a company that's gonna be a guaranteed winner, but there's never a guaranteed winner. Do you want 10 free stock picks right now? Well, if you do, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 free stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 4x. Go to fool.com/Jose to get your free 10 stock picks now. So we can see Garena Free Fire on September 30th of 2021, Free Fire Max nets 10 million downloads. That is insane. And I'm going to take a quick look here at Top App Annie. And this is a website I use to see some of the top grossing downloaded games for the day. All right, this is only giving me daily information. So we're taking a look for Google Play's United States overall October 1st of 2021. So that was yesterday. This is giving me the top downloads of October 1st and the top grossing. So for the USA, overall, this is amongst all applications, number 1 downloaded game was Garena Free Fire Max. And we can see the number 3 overall grossing game was Garena Free Fire. So Garena Free Fire, you can see this doesn't include the Max. This is the older version. So the older version, there's still many people playing. There's still many people buying stuff out of it. We can see Free Fire Max is the newer version. A lot more people are downloading, and we're going to take a look all over the world. In Argentina, the #1 downloaded was Garena Free Fire Max, the new one, but the #1 grossing was Garena Free Fire, the original. We can see the number 10th most gross game in Argentina was Free Fire Max. So it's not even a competition for Garena that they have two games, right? They're both on the top grossing app pretty much, even though they are the same type game, right? If we look at Brazil, Free Fire Max is #1. Free Fire Rampage is #1 in grossing. In Chile, we can see Free Fire Max was #1. Free Fire Rampage was #1 in grossing. And we can, we can just go this. Colombia, #1 Free Fire Max in downloaded, and the Rampage is #1 in grossing. We can continue to do this. In Ecuador, the same thing. Sometimes you might even see both the original and the upgraded Max being in the top 10 grossing list, like here in Ecuador. In India, you see Free Fire Max being #1 downloaded, #1 in Rampage being #1 in grossing. And we can do Indonesia, you can see them in the top 10 charts. In Mexico, you also see them in the top 10 charts. Same thing, you can see them in top 10 in Peru, in Spain, and in Vietnam, right? So overall, this Garena Free Fire is creating a lot of platforms for me. Like I said, C Limited, my favorite thing about it is the gaming market and how they're able to use this growth in mobile gaming around the world to expand into other markets. They found the best investment, in my opinion, and now they're using that investment to grow whatever markets they want to. At the end, like I said, I'm going to take a quick look at stock prices. The second stock I'm going to take a look at is one that gets a lot of hate, and I understand, right? This is, I want to say, Skillz. Skillz Inc. right now traded on the New York Stock Exchange as ticker SKLZ. It's kind of sitting at those low levels of the year, right? We can see from its 52-week high closing, the stock is down 77.7%. Wow, 3/7 might be lucky, you know. But still, so Skillz, it is in my portfolio as well. Every time I mention Skillz, this is a pretty much speculative play. Speculative plays aren't a bad position. To me, speculative play means one thing. It means they are still early in the market. And if they decide to, if they kind of move the way they say they're going to move, this could be a strong winner, right? So Skillz is in my portfolio, but it is a small position. One of the biggest yellow flags, I've talked about it in their last earnings video. Feel free to check it out. I talk about the yellow flags. One of the biggest yellow flags is how much money this company spends on advertisement. So advertisement is a huge cost for this company. I want to say this is because this is in early stages and there's no real main games in Skillz at the moment. For example, right now in September 23rd, they released Big Buck Hunter's Marksman, which is gonna be, Big Bucks, that's a huge franchise. Now, something like this game, obviously they're gonna advertise heavy, but it already comes with a heavy fan base. So the more games, the more popular games that come out, soon we're gonna have the NFL game, and if more game studios with big fan franchise start to work on Skillz platform, the need for advertisement is going to be, it's still going to be needed, but organic growth is also going to come based on those games, right? Right now, the games on Skillz, I besides Big Buck Hunter, I couldn't name any. Again, I understand that. I understand when I invest in Skillz that this is not a company I'm buying for the now. This is a company that has the potential to be a multi-bagger in the future. And obviously, there are those that can argue that, hey, Jose, if you're more worried about the future, why don't you not invest in it now and invest in it later? That's true, right? That's definitely a possibility. For me, right, I decided to enter with a small position at the beginning and right there, you can do both. And if I see that it continues to do well, if more gaming franchise or more popular gaming studios come to it, then I can invest on it later on as well, right? Why can't you both? It's never A or B, it could be A and B. So right now, small position, but seeing things like this, right? Big Buck Hunters, for certain times, it hit the number 3 in the sports category of popular apps in the App Store. I checked on it yesterday. It was number 4, I believe, still. I wonder if today, it does seem to be going down a bit, but still very popular. And I believe this is the overall excitement of the future growth for this company. Now, if we take a quick look at charts for both C Limited and Skillz. For C Limited, I want to say, for me, this is not an ultimate buying opportunity, right? Stock price is down about 10%. For me, this is more of a dollar cost averaging position, right? If I didn't have a position in C Limited, right now would be times when I would add on a weekly basis. C Limited seems to be, it is a strong company, right? This is one I would not like to not have in my portfolio. I want this in my portfolio. So if I didn't have it, it's more of dollar cost averaging. The stock price can be very volatile. Stock market has been very volatile. So these stock prices can pull down a bit. But the real question is, when will that drop happen and how much will that drop happen? So for me, dollar cost averaging, best move for C Limited. For Skillz, right now, I really like it at these points. If this Skillz would always be a speculative play, so no matter what, it would always be a small position in my portfolio. So position sizings, for example, for C Limited and Skillz are completely different. For C Limited, I can see C Limited in the future being over 10% of my portfolio. At the moment, I can't see Skillz being more than 1 or 2% at most. So see, position sizing depends so much when buying companies and when you have certain conviction and when you believe one is speculative and one more is more like a growth story. So Skillz right now at these levels, these are times to kind of really build up a base, but a base on the speculative play, right? So that's how I would play both these companies. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good night, and see you next time.